Hello everyone, I'm Alison from the Dolphins Way. Today we're going to share with you the power to create conference for birthing the new humanity 2020. And today's topic is the power of Dolphin Human Connection to childbirth. So there have been a phenomenon that people from all over the world having dreams and visions to birth their babies around dolphins, especially connecting to dolphins' energy. And this phenomenon can be found surrounding in the Black Sea and the Red Sea, Hawaii, Bahamas, and India, and some Greek islands. So I'm researching into this phenomenon and coming to understand human and dolphin connections and why they are contributing to the ease of childbirth. And this interview is to do with the Dolphin Human Connection expert in Hawaii. She is the author of Dolphin Human Connection. And here is her view on this special connection.
Well, I think one of the reasons that the dolphins communicated was that they said they've been here in the oceans of the world for a long, long time. But when it came close to the time for people, civilizations on Earth, to start to express more love and express more awareness of who they really are as universal citizens, then the dolphins would start to come close to shore and leap in the air in some cases and draw attention to themselves. Some of the whales would swim up the rivers and come inland a bit and bring attention to themselves. And then it would be a sign to people that now is the time for us to join the cetaceans in the ocean and in dream time in any way we can in meditation, because they have information to share with us. And I personally feel that a lot of people are on the planet right now, incarnated at this time, just to work with the dolphins, to work and play with the dolphins. And so they've been like waiting for the call. You ever have people that are wondering, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to do? And then all of a sudden they see a dolphin and they go, that's it. That's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. And so many people now are being called. It's very exciting for me to watch this.
Yes, I'm one of them. So there have been kind of a belief that dolphins are sacred and they are midwives from the sea. In like the ancient civilizations, and the Greek word for dolphin is called Delphis, and it means womb. So their healing power and their compassion and love and joy, they is playing a big role in woman giving birth. So that many ancient cultures such as Hawaiian, Egyptian, and Greek, they all have records of dolphins assisting women giving birth. And for the modern times, we have the Sirius Institute in Hawaii, who have done a dolphin-assisted birth project from about 30 years till now. And there's also another Russian project led by Igor Chavosky and Elena Tonetti in the Black Sea. So there have been so many mothers and babies giving birth in Hawaii, where the mothers have prenatal contact with dolphins, and most of them have very joyful and easy birth. So now we have seen water birth becoming more and more common, and And it's believed that the therapeutic values of dolphins is demonstrated. So the concept of human birthing underwater with dolphins developed over the past 30 years. And now we know that water is beneficial for birthing, and also dolphins are able to heal and improve a wide range of medical conditions. So it is quite reasonable to suppose that their presence can help. So if a pregnant woman in a state of meditation or looks at dolphins, swims with them, she opens her unborn child to the passing of unhindered flows of information between the baby and the dolphin. This is quoted from the book Dolphin Connection at John Ocean's book, and also Dr. Chabosky also instruct women in meditation visualization, in encouraging them to use this kind of methods to connect with dolphins and involve them in that kind of frequency of joy, so that the baby's journey into the world can be less stressful. And here is one woman who have been to Hawaii giving birth around dolphins, and this is a footage of her swimming with dolphins during her contractions. And this documentary is called Naya Journey into Life. You can find it on YouTube.
The dolphins played their part in the birth. Like, they welcomed me into their family, and kind of gave me the confidence and, like, okay, today's your day of birth and we're here, we're supporting you. So many of the dolphins I recognize because they have distinct marks, and they were all from different pods. It was like all of the pods that I might have swam with in the last few months all came together this one day to kind of celebrate the baby coming. And then from there, my contractions started inside of the water with the dolphins. So it was really beautiful and perfect.
So Nelli, her daughter, is caught by the dolphins to be born into the world, and she is also telepathic and uses her power to relay messages from the dolphins, and then so she can know like where the dolphins are if they want to try and interact with the dolphins. And so she says, like, dolphins, children who have being born after exposed to dolphins are dolphin activated. Clicks and whistles come out of them in the beginning before they can speak. So they are making already some dolphin noises. And this is another woman who, she's from German, called Dorina. And she has had her birth filmed in the Extraordinary Births in the Channel 4 from the UK. And her own birth is involving dolphins as her midwife, and her child speaks dolphin. And then there's another German man who also have visions and dreams about dolphins since a long time before he actually come to Hawaii, and the baby is very much connected to dolphins and making dolphin sounds. Quite sweet, isn't it? And then this is my story. I am from a small island in the Pacific next to Taiwan called Penghu. And my island is famous for the dolphins. So during my childhood, I have had the luxury to go and play with them. So from there, I developed a very strong connection with them. And I see them as my childhood playmates. And then when I was giving birth, I started feeling their calling, and I have also gone through a life transformation of changing, all my belief system and my life direction. So I gave up my 3 degrees, one from University of Cambridge in mathematics, and go into working with pregnancy and birth. And my birth in Hawaii was really a beautiful journey that I was transformed and inspired by the whole experience, knowing the woman's body is really powerful and we can give birth. And from that, I gained so much love and trust and confidence, and I want all the women in the world to be able to experience that. So this is my photos of having some time to be with them before birth. And the baby was born really, really easy and perfect, and with no medical intervention, and totally natural. And baby was just so alert and smart and easy to take care. So from there, I realized we have a So the latest studies in the field of prenatal psychology show undoubtedly the direct correlation between the quality of and characteristics of the way we're born and our life patterns and our personalities. So there's a strong connection between the way we are born and our life patterns and personalities. That's why it's really important that we have a good birth, because good birth results in an imprint of basic trust in the universe, while a difficult birth can lead to an imprint of struggle in mistrust. And later in life, it can cause lots of misery and struggles and suffering in life. So from a physical point of view, human babies have the proportionately the largest head of any land creatures with the smallest body. So Dr. John Lilly found that angular accelerations can create shear forces on the brain. So here there's nothing to be illustrating the importance of Dolphin Human Connection in childbirth.
In contemplating how the Dolphins work, how the society is moving, starting with the notion that manipulate Dolphins and thereby make our society, and in researching all the ways that we might make our society more harmonious, it turns out that one of the most important, perhaps the most important, is the birth and rearing of children. Because it turns out, according to a California study in 1979, the major cause of the rise of drug use, violence, sexual abuse, and so on within our society can be attributed to violence done to the mother and baby at birth. So that gives you some idea of how far we've sunk in standard hospital care. One aspect of that is that over the last few decades, we have redeveloped what they call water birth, which is delivering babies underwater. And this comes from our aquatic nature, which I can go into later. But basically, human females are quite capable of birthing babies underwater. The babies themselves only breathe when their face comes above the water, so it's perfectly safe. There are hundreds of thousands of water deliveries now on the planet, and in the British health system, for example, water births are recommended for those who might have some difficulty with the birth, and it's fully covered under their health insurance and so forth. It's been proven very safe, and I get here any serious complication ever in water birth. These were pioneered by Dr. Michel Adams and Igor Tchaikovsky in Russia. Dr. O'Donnell was in France, and some of Tchaikovsky's projects were run by a wonderful lady named Nelli, who has a DVD called Birt and New Being. And they delivered probably on the order of 100 babies over 10 years in the presence of dolphins, plus others in the water in the Black Sea when the dolphins were somewhere else. Elena reports that, well, first of all, that babies born in the water appear to have developed 6 months faster over the first 2 years of life, and they might have on the order of 150 grams more brain weight. They seem to mature faster, have strong immune systems, strong muscles. They're really strong kids. And so I asked her what might be added from her observation with having dolphins in attendance. Our basic idea is the dolphins are able to help conditions like cerebral palsy, autism, and others. And this dolphin-assisted therapy has been going on for years. We suggest that the dolphin sounds and electric fields might be able to actually alter DNA. We've yet to demonstrate that, but we can show that their acoustic frequencies and electric frequencies are in the same bands that are known to, say, turn a gene on a rock, which changes what they call the epigenetic landscape. So for many reasons, we felt that having the dolphins around during birth would be beneficial. And that's what Elena Tanetti reports. She says that all the children born with the dolphins, for example, are ambidextrous, able to use both hands, which suggests that their brains are perhaps more balanced than usual.
This is Dr. Michael Hyson, who is now the leader of Dolphin-Assisted Birth project in Hawaii for the Sirius Institute. So the following video is about the possible benefits of prenatal contact with dolphins for children and for who have this contact during early childhood, and it's explained by dolphin expert David Klous.
It's really simple. That basically you have a built-in ancient biological engine. Slow, it's got an idle, it's got full speed, it's very intense. Little kid, you see little screamers running around, screaming. Dolphin, and it's in the now. It's the emotion of joy. This is the now. And when a pregnant woman is around dolphins, dolphins scan at all kinds of different high frequencies. Kids don't get that unless they're around dolphins. So that high frequency and the real intensity of it gets their little engines running because they resonate with those frequencies. And again, we have, I can't verify this, but several people have told me that we have all the equipment at birth to listen to the range of frequencies that dolphins can communicate. They have to be activated in like the first 3 months. It's just like a baby right out of the chute is able to swim, hold its breath, but you've got to activate that in the first 3 months. Or the cerebral cortex says, well, you haven't activated these instincts, so you probably don't need them. And then the cerebral cortex sort of overlays it. You can relearn them. But for the first 3 months, they're there if you activate it. And it's my belief that when a pregnant woman is around dolphins and they're being constantly sonar with this, all this stuff, all the systems they activate, they're really more equipped to hear what's going on than a normal child because they have been activated by all these high frequencies, all this intellectual stuff. We have no idea how the dolphin communicates with the fetus. We have no idea. Other than the fact that we're finding out now with these women that have been with dolphins. When they come back and they get into water, the dolphins remember.
Yes, it's very true. And so we have gone into analyzing the dolphins kind of assisted birth babies, and over the last 30 years, there have been almost 100 births, and 95 of them studied by the Sears Institute in Hawaii. They all have natural birth without any medical complications, and babies were born healthy, alert, and aware. And also, according to Igor Smirnov, the research director, water babies give birth 6 months faster than over the first 2 years than normal born babies. And also, according to Elena Tonetti, who managed the Black Sea Birth Project for several years, the children can use both hands. So there are some characteristics of these babies born with prenatal contact with dolphins. They are telepathically communicating with dolphins, and they develop very strong empathy, very high intellectual capacities, and they are super healthy. And in the book of Dolphin Connection, they are the healthiest babies in the world. So yeah, my daughter has almost never been sick and never been to a doctor. So she's really definitely super healthy. And she's 9 years old. And so they are also noticeably independent, and they have strong connection with the sea and the dolphins. And they are generally very much joyful and loving and heart-centered. And they also show strong resourcefulness, confidence, and accelerated coordination. So yeah, this is my share today. And we have been having the team assisting women from all over the world giving birth in Hawaii and other countries. And I'm really happy to share with this information and Dolphin Connection in childbirth. Thank you very much. That's my presentation. And I hope that you can give more comments and questions. And I'll be in contact. Thank you for listening.